The emerald light hummed in John's hand as he hovered above the ruined city, eyes scanning for any sign of his opponent. All was quiet, save for wisps of smoke curling from wrecked towers and shattered glass sparkling across the streets. This wasn't just any city. Coast City had seen things most humans couldn't imagine. And now it was the battleground between two legends. Less than an hour ago, John Stewart, a Green Lantern, member of the fabled intergalactic corps who policed the universe with sheer willpower, had been orbiting Earth, responding to reports from the Justice League watchtower. Something big, they said. Kryptonian big. He didn't expect her. Captain Marvel Carol Danvers dropped out of the sky like a meteor, trailing cosmic fire. She landed, fists clenched, chin high, golden star on her chest glinting in the sunlight. There was something about her stride. People called her Earth's mightiest hero, and today she looked the part. The misunderstanding, as it so often does, came from above. Kree warships, John's ring detected, hurtling toward Earth. John did what lanterns do, shields up, warning shots, buying time for negotiation. Carol thought an alien force was here to destroy her home, and saw John's green light as the tip of the spear. Fists flew before words could. They met in an alley behind LexCorp's smashed sign. The fight wasn't just for show, these were heavyweights, their powers world-shaking. Carol blurred forward, photon energy sparking at her fingertips. John reacted instantly. Green shields wove themselves between him and the onslaught, photons dispersing in a light show as the two powers collided. Two onlookers, the few brave enough to peek from ruined doorways, it looked like a battle of gods. Here's the thing about the Green Lantern ring. It's only as strong as your will. John had been a Marine. He'd been tested by war, by loss, by unimaginable, interstellar terrors. The ring translated that fortitude into tangible force. It forged a suit of armor built for impact, as Carol brought her knee toward his chest at the speed of sound. Carol, though, wasn't mere brute force. Binary mode, they called it. Her body could channel the raw energy of a white dwarf. When she unleashed it, the air shimmered. She grinned, wiped blood from her lip, and launched herself through John's defensive barrage, shattering the green constructs that tried to pin her down. The city shook. High above, satellites recorded two streaks, semirald and goldricaching across rooftops. Carving trenches into the concrete, every blow was a contest of wills. How does a man who makes anything he imagines with his mind stop a living battery of cosmic power? John tried everything. Traps sprung from manholes, green fists as large as buses. Even a projected field of anti-photon energy, nothing slowed Carol for long. She dodged and weaved, hurling energy bolts that dissolved anything they touched. She took a battering, but every time John thought he'd pinned her, she'd burst free with another flash of power. And that's what made this different than any fight John Stewart had fought before. Carol didn't yield to fear. Didn't hesitate, even as the ring measured her energy output and flashed red warnings at John. Comparing power levels, insufficient, the ring prompted, took it as a challenge. Surging higher into the sky, John went for altitude, knowing the Kree ships were still out there, watching. Maybe Carol would listen. He wove a megaphone out of green light, and his voice thundered above the noise. Carol, we're on the same side. She hovered, breathing hard, fists blazing, then dropped the shields. Let me handle the Kree. I can't do that, but I can help, John replied. Carol considered, sparks flickering along her arms. It was the briefest pause, but it was all they needed. For one heartbeat, the green light dimmed, and Carol's energy ebbed. That was when the first Kree warhead detonated the real enemy high above. Both heroes glanced upward, instincts kicking in. The city was no longer just their ring, it was under attack. In a beat, John and Carol shared an unspoken truce. The ring's priorities recalibrated. Synchronizing a green barrier with Carol's golden light, energy lattice and photon shields combined, weaving a wall that vaporized the incoming ordnance. The Kree ships began to retreat, facing the wrath of two unstoppable champions who now stood together. On the ground, the people watched as Earth's peculiar defenders came together at last. John withdrew his ring's constructs. Carol powered down, the cosmic fire cooling in her eyes. This wasn't a story about one hero triumphing over another. It was about understanding, about what happens when unstoppable force meets. unbreakable will, and both realized the real fight is far bigger than themselves. Coast City would rebuild, as it always did. And above, in the haze of dust and light, two heroes looked at each other, nodded, and resolved to do what heroes do best: protect the world together.